It's training day for reserve soldiers of the Swedish National Home Guard on the island of Gotland. They're learning skills they hope will never be tested in real combat. But one young reservist says it's best to be prepared.
Everybody in Sweden is afraid of the Russians. They might attack someday. This past year there's been fighting in eastern Ukraine. I doubt seriously that we will be attacked, but we can never be sure.
In recent months, Gotland's strategic location has made it the focus of Swedish and regional attention. This quiet island lies close to the Baltic States and the Russian exclave of Kaliningrad. The commander of the Swedish National Home Guard on Gotland explains its military importance.
If we're talking about the defense of the Baltic States, I would say it will be impossible for NATO to defend or reinforce the Baltic States if some other is controlling Gotland. If you have long-range anti-aircraft system or anti-ship missiles on Gotland, you will control the whole of the Baltic Sea.
Unlike their Scandinavian neighbors, Sweden and nearby Finland do not belong to NATO. And for the past decade, Gotland has had no military presence besides a few hundred reservists. But Sweden is now boosting the island's defenses after several provocative incidents last year, including Russian planes violating its airspace and a hunt for a foreign submarine in Swedish waters. In March, Stockholm announced plans to re-establish a small permanent force on Gotland and step up military exercises there, both on land and sea. In Visby, Gotland's largest town, Swedes and foreign tourists stroll along cobbled streets near the island's west coast, where little has changed for centuries. Here, too, some locals are keeping a wary eye on regional tensions.
We talk about it. I mean, it's a lot about in the newspaper, and so it's kind of hard to avoid.
But it's the eastern side of the island that's central to Swedish security concerns. In 2009, this harbor in the town of Slite was completely rebuilt by Nord Stream, a majority Russian-held consortium, as part of its construction of an offshore gas pipeline. Joachim Martell, a retired Swedish Army colonel, says the project turned a shallow harbor into one that can accommodate large ships.
This is an easy access harbor. For instance, if little green men, as in Crimea, would actually appear in Slite harbor, that would be a significant threat. And also it would be quite difficult for Sweden to actually to hold its territory in that sense.
Martell stresses that the Russian-led reconstruction was a civilian project, but the harbor's ease of access adds to the list of reasons to bulk up Gotland's defenses. The local Home Guard commander says the modest but visible military expansion sends an important signal.
The reason is to show the different countries around the Baltic Sea that we have permanent military forces on Gotland. And I also think it's a signal to the Swedish people that we care for the defense of Gotland.
Back in Visby, some residents think that concerns over the island's security are overplayed.
I don't think it's any reason to have more military here, because I don't think Russia is a threat.
It's not like we're very worried at all.
They count on Gotland remaining an island of tranquility amid the churning tensions of the wider region.